Hello friends, it's Katie back with another episode of my vlog, and you may have noticed I took kind of a long unannounced break from my vlog uploads. What happened was I was starting to feel a little grindy about it, and a little like updating my vlog twice a week was, I don't know, not a chore, but a task that had to be completed instead of something that just felt joyful and good and like, oh, I'm going to do a vlog post today. And I was like, man, that's not a good way to feel about my vlog. And I know anytime that I'm starting to feel like that about something, especially something creative that has been going on for a long time, that's a cue that I need to take a break. And like I told you guys in a previous vlog post, it's really important to take breaks, especially for someone like me that's just going and going and going and constantly working on projects, whether they're creative projects or work projects or family and house projects or whatever type of projects. So actually on Mother's Day, I woke up and I was like, man, I don't feel like recording my vlog today. And Henry said, you know what, you should take a break. And I said, you're right, I should take a break. And I shouldn't just take a break today. I should take a little bit of an extended break to really, kind of let myself have that time where I'm not just constantly going, ooh, what's the next vlog gonna be? And get into that headspace where I can kind of not get bored, but this space where new ideas come from. And you have to create kind of a vacuum before you can have those new ideas. Otherwise, at least for me, it just becomes this kind of grindy feeling thing, right? Right. So my what was intended to be a 1 week break turned into a 2.5 week break. And I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. Actually, I hope you guys did miss me, but now I'm back, so it's all good. But what did I do while I was on my break? I had a great time. It was really nice just to take an extra thing off my to-do list. The vlog itself doesn't take that much time and energy, but it's enough that, added in with all that other stuff I do in the week, it's a lot. So not having that pressure to, write down all the movies that I've been watching and do the research on them and come up with vlog topics and do the actual recording and editing and uploading and all of that, actually freed up quite a bit of time, which I spent mostly using for extra art time, creativity time, and family time. But also I did spend part of that time thinking about this project itself and what I want to do with this vlog going forward. And there's no big dramatic change coming down the pipe or anything, but I do want to approach things a little bit differently. So I think I'm going to be shaking up the Cinema Club presentation just a little bit. Again, not like super shake up. And I think I'm going to be shaking up the way that I present, especially the artwork and tutorials side of things that I like to post about. I had this idea, I actually might have mentioned it previously, about doing more Shibori tutorials and specifically kind of taking you guys along with me while I do art experiments. Because I normally just show you guys tutorials where it's something that I've already figured out how to do and I really know what I'm doing and I'm like ready to show somebody else how to do it. But a lot of my studio practice is also just messing around and seeing what works. And I thought, how much fun would it be to just record the mess around stuff and then make some videos of that to add to this vlog, where you guys can really see how I, try to figure out stuff and maybe there'll be a failure or, maybe there'll be a great success or whatever. But it's the kind of Shibori Experiments concept, which I'm pretty excited about because I'm also interested in experimenting in new ways. I don't want to act like I know everything there is to know about Shibori and indigo dyeing. Of course, there is a million other things for me to learn, but I've gotten myself into this space where there's a routine around it, if you will, that is very easy for me, where I know if I do this, I'll get this result. And that's cool. But again, playing and experimenting and trying different things in the studio is so much fun. And for me, it's really a huge component of what I do as an artist in my practice. And I realized that's totally behind the scenes and never shared. So be on the lookout for some Shibori experiment videos coming up. And like I said, they could turn out incredibly well, or they could just totally bomb. Nothing wrong with that. Again, when something bombs in a studio experiment, it's great because you learn something and you go, okay, well, I'm not going to try it that way again, but what can I take from this to go to something else? So that's what's kind of going down with the vlog for the future. But what else did I do on my big break, my big vacation? My feet have been bugging me. My stupid plantar fasciitis is slowly getting better, but not fast enough for me. And so I've taken a bunch of breaks from walking and running, and I have been riding my bike. That's the new form of exercise I decided on, because it doesn't put any pressure on my ankles at all. And specifically the bottoms of my heels, which is what really hurts when, when I'm walking around. So this is kind of cool. I have been a lifetime bike rider. I used to be a bike commuter back when I had a job that wasn't in my house. I rode my bike to work, rain or shine, year round. I love riding bikes, but this is the first time in my life that I've actually tried riding as a form of exercise instead of just a mode of transportation or a way to have fun. And that's been kind of interesting because it's been a little bit difficult to go far enough. The bicycle itself is so efficient as a mode of transportation that I'm finding, I'm going out for 6, 7, 8 mile rides to try and get enough, cardio exercise, get my legs enough exercise to feel like it was the equivalent of going on like a 3 mile run. But so much of riding the bike, when you go up a hill, you got to work really hard, right? Riding a bike. But when you're coming down the hill, you are doing absolutely nothing. Not the same when you're running and walking. Obviously, there is some work involved when you're coming down a hill with those two. So that's been kind of a funny one. And in an effort to get a little further away from the house and go, for longer distances, I've been riding on the local bike path, both north and south, kind of just checking out, how far can I go and what can I see when I go out there, which is pretty cool. On the one hand, it's a great bike path. On the other hand, Portland is having a severe homeless camping epidemic right now, and a lot of the camps are on the bike path. Most of them the tents are off to the side of the bike path, but a lot of them are actually on the bike path. And there's a couple places where the actual rideable part of the bike path becomes about that wide in trying to get around these various encampments. And that's a little sketchy. I don't feel too unsafe about it, but it does make the ride a little bit less totally fun. But the other kind of cool thing that I've been doing is I have strapped my GoPro onto the front of my bike, and I've been doing these time-lapse videos of my bike rides, mostly for Sean, because, he can't get out and go on these long bike rides with me, and I want to share that experience with him, but I have also been uploading them to my Instagram account. So if you guys are interested in time-lapse videos from my point of view of a bike ride, there's one up on my Instagram right now, and I'm about to upload another one. So you could check those out. And those might eventually make it over to here, but I kind of feel like they don't fit the content of my vlog as much as the other stuff that I do. But I will admit, my vlog is kind of a catch-all for my life. And since I'm doing these GoPro videos about my bike rides, they might just wind up on here. I've also tried wearing the GoPro for walks, and I have not tried for runs, just because it's not that comfortable, and I want to be as comfortable as possible when I'm running. But if I can figure out how to get a comfier harness for walking and running, those will also be coming up in the future, because I have, I like taking pictures and taking video of things, and especially now that I have a disabled husband at home who can't get out with me the way I would like to share the world with him. It's a great way for me to be able to kind of, take him around with me in the form of a video, right? So that's been fun. Another thing that we've been working on a lot is our garden and our yard. Obviously, it's the busy season for this, so we've been putting in a bunch of effort. Not enough, enough to keep it, the weeds from totally overwhelming us, but a lot. So we have our vegetable garden, which is just starting to get going in the backyard. We've got some decent looking pumpkin leaves on our plants, maybe about that big so far. And our beans and our tomatoes are starting to come up. Some of the other stuff we planted doesn't seem to be coming up, but them's the breaks with doing a garden, especially starting from seed. You never know what you're going to get. And I did see Dee Dee, our dog, in the garden bed the other day digging. I didn't think I was going to have to keep her out. It's a raised bed. She jumped up into it, and she's a senior dog, so that was a total surprise. But we're having a ton of fun. And the other wild thing that we did with our yard over this break is our front yard. Like, we have a fence around our front yard, and then outside the fence where there would be, in a normal neighborhood where there would be a sidewalk and then like a park strip before the curb and then the street, there's just nothing. And so people park their cars really close to our fence, and they like to litter and leave a bunch of garbage around, and it sucks. So I said, you know what? Why don't we make our own curb that lines up with where the curb should be, so at least people won't park right up next to our fence. And then hopefully if we landscape it a little bit, we'll make it look like, hey, we care about this part of our yard. Don't throw your trash here. So the kids and I there's a bunch of stones in our backyard, random broken pieces of concrete, paving stones, cinder blocks, just big rocks. And so we worked as a team to carry a whole bunch of those stones and rocks out to the front, and I lined them all up in a curb. It's very goes like this because it's just made of random stones and rocks all pushed next to each other. There's no nothing actually holding them together except gravity, but it's working pretty well. And then we had a dirt company come and put a bunch of fill dirt behind it. So now we have the line of the curb and it's filled in with dirt, but it's still very plain. But our next step is we're going to put some, I think maybe a strip of grass that's just so the people who are getting out of the cars have something to step on that's not my flowers. And then I'm going to seed everything behind the strip of grass with wildflower seeds. So hopefully we get a kind of messy, but lots of flowers type of situation happening there after a little time has gone by. So very excited about that. And as the summer progresses, of course, I will do a garden update video, but there's not much worth showing right now. So you'll just have to stick with the description. And the other big, gigantic thing that we've been doing as this horrendous pandemic has been ending and everybody's been getting vaccinated is we've been going out and doing stuff more. So I told you guys about the museum, and I told you guys we were doing this family lunch in the park once a week. And that's been going great. And we have added in, Sean and I have actually gotten to go out the last 2 weeks for lunch on Friday. We've gotten to go to our old best pre-stroke hangout slow bar, my favorite bar in town. And it's been amazing. There's challenges. Sean's mobility issues means that everything has got to be kind of planned out and a little bit slower and a little bit more careful than we would have operated in the past. But we haven't had any problems with getting over there, getting into the bar. And then once we've gotten in the bar and sat down and gotten to take our masks off, it's just felt like normal life. The old times, pre-pandemic, pre-stroke dimension even, which is just wonderful. I mean, it had been almost 3 years since we've been to Slow Bar, and it just felt like such a triumphant thing to be able to return and to be able to have it go so well. Shout out to Steve at Slow Bar for helping make everything go so well. We appreciate you. So yeah, we've got plans to just keep on going out for lunch on Fridays because, who doesn't want to go out for lunch on Fridays? And Sean's physical therapist was so excited to hear about our success at Slow Bar that she said, absolutely do it every week on Friday and it counts as your physical therapy. So, do you want to do physical therapy exercises in the house or do you want to go to your favorite bar for lunch? I know which one I'm picking. So that's what we've been doing, which is awesome. And the other awesome new thing is I finally figured out how to take some time off and not be here, which is, you guys know I work all the time. I'm constantly busy. I never seem to catch a break. So first I implemented weekends, which is like a radical concept. Don't work on the weekends. But it was just be around the house and, do house stuff and family stuff and art stuff on the weekends, but no Goblin Co, nothing. But I realized I also need to leave the house sometimes because when I'm here, I'm on, I'm a caregiver, I'm a mom, I'm responsible. Wow, responsible for a lot of things around here. And it's very hard for me to just turn that off and relax if I'm physically present in the same building as the rest of my family. So new thing is I have been taking Thursday afternoons off and leaving the house and going somewhere else and just doing something else by myself. And it felt really weird the first time, but now I've done it like 3 weeks and it's amazing. And I'm totally looking forward to my Thursdays now where it's like, wow, what am I going to do this week on Thursday? I have no plans for tomorrow because tomorrow is Jimmy's birthday and I'm not going to disappear on my son's birthday. So we're going to do some family stuff tomorrow, but next week I'm going to, I don't know, take myself out for something or go on a hike somewhere or go shopping at the garden center, which is a lot of what I've been doing because I love just wandering around at the garden center and seeing which plants appeal to me. So super excited about that. And that feels great for me, but also for the rest of the family to do their own thing without me being here kind of micromanaging everyone and, staying on top of every single thing. So that's been a great one all around. And boy, the other exciting get out thing is actually happening today, right after I finish recording and uploading this vlog. We are going to go to the park and meet up with some friends for the first time since March of 2020. I'm so incredibly excited. One of our, other homeschooling families who we have a play group with and have gotten together with many, many, many times in the past. The mom from that family called me up and was like, okay, we're all vaccinated except for the littlest kids. You guys ready to meet up? And I was like, same here, yes. So we're meeting at our favorite park together today and we're going to see how that goes. And I'm sure it's going to be great. But hopefully if it goes well, we might expand, invite another family for next week, invite another family for the week after. And then, hey, look, there's park meetup happening again, which it just feels so foreign at this point. It's been so long since we've done it. And I'm so excited to just get to go chill on a picnic blanket, talk to my friend, meet her new baby who I haven't even met yet because that's how long it's been since I've seen this family. And get the kids together to hang out with each other. They've been playing online over the last year, but I mean, they can finally run around at the park together. So that's this afternoon after lunch. I'm super excited about that. And hopefully I'll come in with a report about how great it was next week. So yeah, that's what we've been doing or what I've been doing during my break, and what I'm excited about coming up. So hope you guys didn't miss me too much. Like I said, this break has been very beneficial for me. Oh, and funny thing, Henry pointed out to me that the way that YouTubers gain more followers is by taking a break. And then I took my break, and about 5 days after I decided to take this break, I got the announcement from YouTube that I crossed 1,000 followers. So thanks, guys, or subscribers, I guess. So thanks for subscribing, and I guess that trick worked, but don't worry, I'm not taking another big break right now. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed for whatever reason and you've watched this video all the way to the end, please do subscribe. But I think that having 1,000 subscribers means I can now do YouTube live videos shooting from my phone. So that might be more opportunities for content on here. We'll see. I guess you guys will have to stay tuned and find out as usual. All right. I definitely need to wrap this up because I got to get lunch on the table and then get ready to go to the park. Break has been great, but it's nice to be back. I will be back, I promise, in a few more days with the next Cinema Club Sunday Roundup. That one's going to be a little bit different format just because I have like 4 weeks of movies to cover, so I'm not going to be reviewing all of them. And then we'll see what the new format for Cinema Club is in the future. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope everyone is doing well out there and getting back out there. I really want to encourage it. I'll see you guys in a few more days. Take care out there.